What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Battle Retsuden 3 Chapter 4 Eternal Rival Super Saiyan Goku vs. Super Saiyan Vegeta. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. These figures are based on Goku and Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Both figures don't seem based on anything in particular other than generic battle poses of both of them in their Saiyan armor during the Cell Saga. I'll also point out that these figures are recycles of previous releases of them in their base forms. These are Battle Retsuden releases, which are crane figures of two characters in a battle. If you're interested in buying this figure, then I recommend Bashwin Collectibles, my favorite place to buy Kuji and collectibles. Link to their page in the description. Don't forget to use my discount code Peaches24 to get 10% off your first order. These figures were released on March 24th, 2023. Goku stands at about 7 inches tall, Vegeta's at 6 inches tall, Goku weighs 13 ounces in box, Vegeta weighs 11.6 ounces in box, Goku weighs 7.7 ounces on his own, Vegeta weighs 6.4 ounces on his own, and both figures come whole with their base. Okay, a tale as old as time, Goku versus Vegeta, and it is kind of funny that I'm coming back to Battle Retsuden. I did a lot of Battle Retsuden reviews during the early days of my channel when I was just getting started. They were a very fun figure series for me to review, and I didn't know that they were still releasing some. You know, March 24th, 2023, that was just about a year ago. It's the 21st as I'm recording this video right now, so not that long ago, almost a full year ago that these came out. So I don't think they're doing that many more. If they are, then they're very, you know, sporadic. It's kind of like DXF. Like DXF only releases figures occasionally for Dragon Ball, so who knows? And you know, there's this whole conversation about is Grandista or Super Master Stars Piece ever going to do Dragon Ball again, because we're still seeing new releases from those for other anime, so it remains to be seen. I guess we'll see if Battle Retsuden has a future along with those other figure series for Dragon Ball. But let's talk about these figures today, as that is what the video is all about. Character choice, again, Goku versus Vegeta. It's a tale as old as time. It's probably one of the biggest matchups that people think of when thinking of Dragon Ball. You know, and even a cool title like Eternal Rival is pretty awesome. However, I think they've done Goku versus Vegeta within Battle Retsuden quite a few times. I find it is unique that they're both in their Saiyan armor. They've never fought when they're in their Saiyan armor, so that is somewhat interesting and kind of a unique spin on the matchup. Though, as much as I love Goku versus Vegeta as much as the next guy, there are so many battles in Battle Retsuden that they could have done that are way better. And I don't know, it's kind of redundant because we have matchmakers, which is almost like the same thing as Battle Retsuden, so I just kind of struggle to see what the point is for Battle Retsuden, but I guess that's a different conversation than, you know, the actual characters that they chose for this. But I don't know, I do like that Goku's in his Saiyan armor, but it's something that I believe Battle Retsuden has just done quite a few times, so I think I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 for character choice. Like I said, I love Goku versus Vegeta, but it's a pretty tired thing, especially in Battle Retsuden in isolation. We see it all the time. We could have gotten something a little more unique, like, I don't know, Goku versus Piccolo, or, you know, Gohan versus Cell, or something in Battle Retsuden, but it's like nothing but Saiyans, so I don't know if that's the point, but it is what it is. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It's just kind of a unoriginal take, in my opinion. Their likeness. So they actually look really great in the face. Goku looks spectacular, right? Really great job. He's got his little smirk. You even see like a little line that they did to accent the edge of his smile to like see it like up against his cheek. Nice lines above his eyes and below them, those little anime lines. They put a little bit more bold than I'm used to seeing around Goku's eyes themselves, but it doesn't look that out of place. I would say it's still very solid. So Goku looks really good in the face. They did a spectacular job. You know, he looks like Goku. I'll give his likeness a 4 out of 5. The only issue that I would really have with it is just a little bit too much of the bolding around the lines. I know it's a little bit of a nitpick, but you know, a 5 out of 5 in my eyes is like, you know, Kuji level or Varuk level for likeness. So not bad at all. Just one step away from perfection. As for Vegeta, kind of the same thing. I think the bolded lines around his eyes fits better than Goku, but yeah, there is something that seems like I think a little off. I think his like cheeks are like maybe a little too chubby. Maybe his face is like too rounded towards the bottom, which is probably my only issue with it. But much like Goku, there's still really good stuff. He still looks really very close to Vegeta in the face. Good accents above and below his eyes. Good coloring in the eyes. And he's got that little scowl because, you know, he's fighting Goku. So he's like, I'm going to fight you. But yeah, I would give Vegeta a 4 out of 5 for his likeness as well. So both figures get a 4 out of 5 for their likeness today. And I think they're pretty solid. Now, the sculpt themselves is actually kind of impressive. I didn't get the original releases of them in their Saiyan armor, but I do know that these are recycles. Unfortunately, they both are stuck to their bases, which is very unfortunate. They'll, I mean, even if they got off the bases, I could tell that they would have balancing issues just because they're both leaning so far forward. So they would fall over regardless. But man, they look really good. Like, obviously, I love the poses that they're in. It's just something I don't see super often for Goku and Vegeta. I would say the shape of their hair is done really well. Lots of details within there. Their muscles are very well pronounced. And let's just take a minute and appreciate these massive dump trucks. Can you look at these dump trucks? They gave Goku and Vegeta massive little dumpies on the back of their butts. Like, what is this? Like, those are just giant peaches back there. Okay, anyways. But yeah, the muscles are really well pronounced. I like the way that the armor looks. Really, the only issue that I have with these is that they're stuck to these very big bases. And they just take up so much space. So I think the sculpt quality will be a 4 out of 5 for both of these figures. The paint and shading is actually something that I'm struggling to really look at, because I think that these figures have some shading on them, at least on their jumpsuits, because there's definitely a mixture of light blues and dark blues on their jumpsuits, which looks really good. Like, they look really good. It actually surprised me when I took them out of the box. But yeah, that really stood out to me. I like the bright colors as well. The only thing that I don't like about the paint and shading is the way that they painted their hair. There's like a slight gloss to their hair, and it almost looks like they put like glitter or something in their hair, which, yeah, I guess it helps to make it shiny, but the actual paint itself just looks super cheap. Like, extremely cheap on their heads. Like, I guess it really does look like someone got like a spray gun and painted over certain like definitely Vegeta's hair, because his hair doesn't really change when he goes Super Saiyan, but Goku's, I don't know, but it looks really cheap, the way that they did their Super Saiyan hair, which is a bummer because the rest of the figure is actually done really well. But yeah, I don't know how to really balance that. It's a mixed bag. Obviously, their hair is like one of the biggest points of the figure, but I do like the way that they shaded at least the jumpsuit. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I still want to remain critical of the hair because it's a big point when it comes to Super Saiyan and Saiyan figures in general. So I wish that they had done a little bit better job or selected a higher quality paint to apply to their hair. The size and scale These are actually a bit bigger than I expected. I was surprised when I took them out of the box with how big they are actually. Like, this is a pretty decent sized Goku for a crane figure, using my head to scale, of course. No, they're not big. They're not going to scale with Ichiban Kuji, obviously. I don't think they're really going to scale with most of your crane figures. They do scale fairly well with each other, at least. You know, Goku is slightly taller than Vegeta, but these are definitely bigger than I expected them to be, so I will give them that. They're still small, regardless. So, you know what? I'm going to give their size and scale a 4 out of 5. I'm actually kind of impressed with how big they turned out. And you know how well they pair together. But yeah, you know what? I kind of like these figures. I don't hate them at all. Really, the only areas that I have an issue with is the paint application of their hair. But I walked away fairly satisfied. Is it uninspired? Yeah. But you know, Goku having his armor kind of lifts it up a little bit. So, you know, I think with everything in mind, I'll give both of these figures a 3.5 out of 5. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it. But if you'd like to help support me a bit more, go check out my merch shop. You can hit the shop tab on my YouTube channel. You can buy a shirt, hoodie, cup, mug, stickers, tote bags, whatever you want to wear. I'd really appreciate your support. And if you decide to actually buy a shirt, please hit me up on social media, tag me in a post of you wearing a shirt or something, or using the mug to drink your daily coffee. I think that would be great. I would just love to see that personally. But if you guys decide to go get a shirt, I appreciate that greatly, and I'll see you in the next one. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.